All right, welcome to another episode of our Beyond the Numbers interview series, where we speak to our Valley leaders about why they love accounting, and if they could go back, what advice they would give to themselves. Today, we're speaking with Erin Leonard. Erin is an accounting consultant. She provides services to companies across the Valley on a part-time basis. So, Erin, let's get started. Tell us, if you could go back to when you were a staff or senior accountant, what advice would you have for yourself?
I mean, hindsight is everything. But when I look at 22-year-old Erin slaving away in public accounting, I would tell her that it's definitely worth it. I spent some part of my 20s, wondering if I was working too much and it was going to be worth it. Well, my friends that were maybe in a different career field didn't have to put as much time in, or maybe weren't as settled into their career as I was. And I felt like, am I missing out? Should I be doing more? And I tried to do both, and I was studying for CPA after work and busy season, all of that. So there was a lot of like, is this even worth it? And I'd say, yes, my return is a little bit, 17 years later, where maybe my friends in their 20s got to extend their 20s a little bit longer than I did, but my face will thank me for it. But also, like, big picture, I would say I was probably, like many CPAs, focused on which experiences do I need to build my resume to get to controller, to get to CFO. And I wasn't really focusing on what I liked about those experiences or the people that I was working with in those experiences. I was going through M&A, and then I could like a system implementation, and then writing a consolidation. Those are all great, but only now I'm like, what did I actually like about that? And I would say, when I really think about it, what I really liked about all of that is that it wasn't monotonous. Like, accounting can tend to be, you're in your month-end close all the time. And that kind of that I did not enjoy. So I enjoyed those projects. I enjoyed problem solving, and I enjoyed getting to interact with different people in the companies I was working for. And then I also really enjoyed talking to people, which probably isn't a stereotypical accountant quality, but I'd always volunteer to do the fraud questionnaire. I would always volunteer to do the ethics questionnaire. I love sitting and talking to people, figuring out how their companies were structured, how they got to be in whatever role they were in. And I've used that to get myself probably into rooms that I shouldn't be in just because I'll talk to anybody. But now when I'm trying to kind of build the kind of consulting projects I want to take on, the type of people that I want to work with, I've really been like, those are the things I like. I like a project, I like solving a problem, and I like talking to people. So I don't usually take on work that's outside of those things because I know it won't be gratifying.
So moving on to the next part, either why do you love accounting, or what value has that accounting foundation added to your career now?
Well, I do love accounting. I want it all to fit together and make sense, and you can do that through accounting and numbers. I think where I'm at in my life right now, I have a young family. I appreciate the flexibility that it has provided me, and that's goes back to what I said earlier, where I was, working the 80 hours a week studying for the CPA exam, traveling in the, audit room. There wasn't flexibility there, but because I put that time in on the front end, now I'm able to take on work when I want, choose my clients, choose the type of projects I want to do, the industry I want to work for. And so that is why I love and I am grateful for, my career so far. And I feel like accounting, you get to see a little bit of every part of the business. And so maybe if you're not going to be an accountant in the long run, you've worked with a marketing manager, or you've worked with a product manager, or even someone out in the field building something, because they have to come to you for their numbers. And that could also be a good way to see maybe else is out there for you. Like, maybe you're not going to be an auditor. I wasn't an auditor, but maybe you work for a client that just you really like in some other part of that business. It can, give you just a little inside loop to maybe that's what you're going to pursue.
Okay, moving out of accounting. Now, you are actually not in Phoenix today. Do you mind sharing where you are?
I'm not in this room either, but here we are.
You're in a nice cabin up in Prescott, enjoying your time, right? Because your career in public accounting, you're getting your CPA, you're having your work experiences, and working really hard at the beginning. I hope you don't mind that I shared that. Has enabled you to spend some time out of the valley when I think, are we going to be like 110 or something crazy today again? Yeah.
Yeah, I defined my personal success for so long. Like, I need to be a controller by this age. I need to be a CFO by this age. I need to make this type of money by, these milestones. And if I wasn't a CFO of a Fortune 500 company, what am I even doing with my life, right? But now I'm like, I'm in Pine Top on a Wednesday playing pickleball with my kids at summer camp, and I still have work to do. So it was a big reframe for me, but there's different definitions of success. And because I did work that hard, I can do what I've been doing now. And I'm very grateful for it. I mean, that took work, to be able to get there. But, I feel very lucky for all of those years of hard work and being able to work part-time at the rate that I'm able to charge to still do the things, I want to do.
So before we wrap up, is there anything else that you would like to tell people maybe getting their accounting degrees or still at that staff and senior level? Any other advice you might have?
I would say, stick with it, get your CPA, go public accounting, and just soak it all in. Public accounting is hard and it's a grind, but you are exposed to many types of businesses doing many things different ways, and you can take from each one of those clients and build that into your career, even if it's not in accounting. So we get a bad rap, but you can make it what you want it. And I think I've been doing a pretty good job of that lately. And I hope, someone else can take something from that and apply it to their career trajectory.
Great. All right, Erin, we appreciate your time today. Stay tuned in another couple of weeks where we speak to another Valley leader for their advice and why they love accounting. Thank you.
Thank you.